And greetings, everyone, and welcome to Buzz for Good, where we talk all things nonprofits, the people they serve, and the good they do. I am Michael Hemphill, creator and host of this radio show, Buzz for Good, as well as the TV show Buzz that airs every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. on Blue Ridge PBS. And in each episode, we feature the great work of nonprofits, and we provide them with pro bono marketing resources so they can attract more people to their cause, or in short, achieve more buzz. You can find out more about Buzz for Good on our website, buzzforgood.com, B-U-Z-Z, number 4, good.com, as well as our social media, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, even TikTok sometimes, all at Buzz for Good, where you can watch some of our 50 episodes that we have produced to date. And that's all on our YouTube channel at Buzz for Good. And on today's show, we are heading over to Bedford County, where we're going to learn about some amazing events that Bedford County's local government, through its Parks and Recreation Department, are coordinating. But as cool as these events are, what I am more impressed about is the fact that Bedford County's local government is willing to partner with and support nonprofit organizations through these events. So without further ado, let's head over to Bedford County's Parks and Recreation Department and speak with its outdoor events and outreach coordinator, Lee Wittekind. All right, it is my pleasure to welcome here to Buzz for Good, Lee Wittekind, who is the outdoor events and outreach coordinator for Bedford County. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Now, you've got a couple of spectacular events happening in Bedford County. One is happening actually this weekend. So if you're just tuning in, there's still opportunity to enjoy that. And then another one happening in September. So why don't we start with this weekend? What is going on in Bedford County?
Yeah, so this weekend we have a charity bike ride. It's called the Harry Roubaix, which is a play off the Paris Roubaix, which is a famous race in Paris. And so this is partnering with the Friends of Bedford County Animal Shelter to raise funds for them to um, support the animal shelter through medical, vaccination, spays, neuters, food, boarding expenses. And so it's all pedaling for pets. That's kind of our slogan for this weekend, is to support those animals in need, find their forever home. We have a variety of bike rides, but we also do have some runs. So we have a 2K hike and run adventure Saturday. It starts actually Friday evening, and you can do it anytime, even Sunday morning. And then we have a 17K bike ride and run, and then a 50K and 100K. And most of it is
Wow.
on gravel roads, very quiet, beautiful scenery of the peaks of Otter. You're passing through all these cool streams and lakes and just gorgeous views. And it's all based out of the Peaks Retreat Center. So the Peaks Retreat is in Thaxton, and it's a beautiful site to launch from. And so there's camping, we have food, music, variety of things for all ages. And if you can't make it Saturday, you also can just donate. If you look up the Harry Roubaix or the Friends of Bedford County Animal Shelter, you can still support them and what they're doing. And yeah, we're really looking forward to it. It's the first year we've had it here. We did this last year, and we're going to keep doing it every year. So kind of put it on your calendar for next year.
That is fantastic. What a beautiful concept. So the Paris Roubaix, one more time, that starts with a P, is a famous bike race in Paris, but you are having a nice little twist on this with the Harry Roubaix, Hairy, in honor of all of the furry friends who are going to be receiving, I guess, the benefits from the proceeds from this race through the animal
Yes.
shelter. Yeah. Now, is the Bedford County Animal Shelter, that is a public entity, a government entity, but the Friends of the Blue Ridge or of the Bedford County Animal Shelter, that is a nonprofit?
Yes. Yep. So our office for Parks and Recreation is just right across the road. And so I work with those folks. We want to do also a trail run called Tails and Trails, but
Nice.
just to try and support what they're doing, because they take in all animals. Does not matter if it's cat or dog, reptile, guinea
Oh,
pigs, real pigs, horses. I've seen everything over there. It's been a no-kill shelter for many years, proudly because of the Friends of Bedford County Animal Shelter. And so we want to keep it that way. They take on court cases, so there's a no rejection policy, which makes it a little different from other rescue organizations, which is why it's great to support these folks
Yeah.
because they are the ones loving on these animals. Some of them sometimes, taking them hours away to medical visits or boarding. They board in all around the region because our shelter often is full. So they're doing some really great work, and I just wanted to support that. And I love biking, so it was like, well, let's make something happen.
So are you coordinating this event, or are you just helping promote the event?
So I'm coordinating this event with the
Wow.
Friends of Bedford County Animal Shelter.
Okay.
Um, So, I mean, the benefit is it's a community event that gets people together for a great cause. And
Yep.
so, my role is events and outreach. It kind of plays into both of that. And so it's oftentimes these nonprofits don't have the manpower or means to organize these events because they're in the trenches every day. And
Right.
so that's where I can come alongside and help them. And we have some people interested in taking on more parts as it grows and as they learn how this is done. So it's been really a fun process. Yeah, the girls over there that I've worked with have just been great. So we're really excited for it to be a good turnout.
Well, I certainly appreciate your philosophy about, nonprofits in the trenches. It's difficult for them to take on the fundraising, the marketing tasks because they're so busy just trying to execute the mission. And they
Yep.
have very, very limited staff, very limited resources. And so they're really trying to focus on that. And so when it comes time to achieve more quote buzz, right? They need some expertise from outside entities from time to time. So kudos to you for helping make that happen, and kudos to Bedford County for acknowledging the benefits that nonprofits have in their community, and they're willing to then help them on a case by case basis, kind of like this fundraising event.
Yep, for sure. Thank you.
Yeah. So that's this weekend. And so even if you're just tuning in, by Saturday, August 3rd, there's still an opportunity on the morning of August 4th to participate in the Harry Robay by
Yep.
showing up, right? And so for a full lineup of events, where could someone go to learn more about this?
If they go to Bedford County Parks and Recreation on Facebook or bedfordcountyva.gov, the website, the event will be listed on there. If you just type in the Harry Robay, you'll see it on what's called Bike Reg. That's the registration site. You look under the notes section, all the itinerary and information, the routes are posted on there, vendors, the whole spiel. So the
Right.
Facebook or the Bike Reg would be the best.
All right. And spell Harry Robay for our listening audience one more time.
Yeah, so it's Hairy and then Roubaix. So it's a little bit of it's a French name, so it's a
Sure.
little bit of it's not as easy as to interpret, but yeah, so that's the gist with the Harry Roubaix. We're very excited about it.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. So again, we're talking here on Buzz for Good with Lee Wittekind, who is the outdoor events and outreach coordinator for Bedford County Parks and Recreation. So that's the Harry Robay, Roubaix, correct? All right.
Yes.
But you have another event coming up in September. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so September 14th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., we have the Blue Ridge Bee Festival, and there is a lot of buzz about that event.
Very nice.
So for for that event, we're partnering with our local Bedford area family YMCA, and it's all about bees, pollinators, and native plants. It's a totally free community event to promote those things. We have workshops and demos. We have 6 observation hives. We'll have close to 50 vendors, honey tasting. We'll have a pollinator market, so all kinds of arts and crafts and locally produced meats and veggies, raffle items. So if people are wanting to get into beekeeping, uh, food trucks. We'll have the state and regional inspectors come, and they will be giving talks, as some other people will be doing other clinics or demos, from making fondant patties to candle making with beeswax, music, kids activities. Our
Wow.
local extension office is going to be doing that. So there is a lot of things to do. It's all completely free. Um, and it's all just to promote the importance of bees and pollinators in general, because that's what we are depending on for our food supply. And so
Yeah.
anyone who enjoys food, you can thank the pollinators for that.
All right. So that is September 14th, the Blue Ridge
Yes.
Bee Festival. Let's say someone's tuning in right now and like, well, I've heard that bees are important. I mean, my only experience with bees is that they sting me. But what are the benefits of bees as pollinators?
Yeah, it's pretty massive. I mean, Virginia itself has over 800 native bees, so the honeybee is very
Wow.
important. And Bedford County, where we're at, is one of the highest in the state for in terms of per capita beekeepers.
Hmm.
But
800,
all those
800 species of bees.
of native bees
Wow.
in Virginia, and
Okay.
so all of those play a role. And also you can count in, different flies and butterflies as part of the pollinator group. But that is what is required for fruit setting, for determines growth size, health and production of food and crops. So, I mean, if you want your crops to do well, they have to be pollinated in some way. Often, certain crops don't, but for the majority, without those little guys, we
Yeah.
wouldn't we wouldn't have the food supply we need. So they're very much important in the whole biome.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
so you're partnering with the YMCA of Bedford County for this event, a
yes,
nonprofit. What
yep,
is their interest in bee pollinators? This why does a Y care about this?
yeah. So we've we have a relationship over the past few years where they have a about 1 acre size garden, community garden, um, at the YMCA to teach people how to grow their own food, teach kids that go through their camps uh, how to get nutrient dense food, and to teach kids where food actually comes from. Because often kids don't know
Right.
where a tomato comes from, where how does corn grow, or
Well,
how
they
does
come
an
from the
apple
store.
grow. Right. And so they had this grant a number of years ago to put in this 1 acre garden, and it's a mixture of an annual food crop, but also food forest, so more of a permaculture design. And so they've been building this program up, teaching more people about the importance of it. They sell some of the food to their Y residents.
Hmm.
So if they get like elderberries or blueberries or things like that, they can give clean, nutrient dense food to their participants. So which is really neat. So they're trying to promote a holistic lifestyle, not
Yeah,
just, hey, just come lift some weights and you'll be healthy, but
that's
you
right.
got to eat right and you got to grow food that is clean and good for you. And they have beehives actually at the YMCA garden,
Really?
um,
Wow.
to again instruct and teach people the importance of those things. So that's kind of something near and dear to their heart is a holistic, healthy lifestyle. And when I mentioned this to them, they were all about the idea, so that they can use this to expand that YMCA garden program, and do more events that can benefit the whole community's health.
Fantastic. So once again, the Blue Ridge Bee Festival is September the 14th. And for more
Mhm.
information, where would they go?
Yep. So you can go to the Facebook, again, the Bedford County Parks and Recreation. It'll be pinned at the top under events,
Okay.
and also the Bedford County government website for Parks and Rec, Bedford County VA.gov. And you can see more information on the Blue Ridge there. For all the latest updates and like cool vendor, pictures and things like that, the Facebook is the best way to stay updated. And then we also have a subscriber email notice. So if you subscribe to Bedford County's e-notices, you can also get on there that way.
All right. Well, once again, here on Buzz for Good, we have Lee Wittekind, who is the outdoor events and outdoor coordinator for Bedford County Parks and Recreation. And I'm struck by, I mean, these are two fabulous events that are really benefiting other nonprofit organizations, not, which in turn I know their work is helping Bedford County, right? But
Yep.
the fact that Bedford County and you in particular here are embracing the mission of nonprofit organizations and the benefits they bring to a community is really, I think, worth noting and remarkable because a lot of local governments kind of take care of their core services. And, nonprofits, yes, they do good work, but they're kind of over here doing their thing. And there's not a whole lot of connection necessarily between the two. But you've really embraced the work of nonprofits. So, I mean, where does that come from? Is that part of like Bedford County's mission, or something Parks and Rec in particular has made an objective, or is this just your personal desires?
So this is probably more so personal.
Hmm.
We've in the past not had someone in my position. So whenever I stepped into this position about 2 or 3 years ago, it was pretty much a wide open door for as to what events I wanted to do,
Yeah.
what did we want the focus to be, and I had to kind of self-fund also my own programs, and so in order to do that and to meet my goals of building the community and holistic health, I focused on events that I kind of held near and dear to my heart, not to get burned out and to kind of keep that motivation going. I come from a ministry background,
Mm.
and so I love working with different nonprofits already from my past. And so when it comes to the outdoors, there's plenty of people already doing the work. And how I look at that is, the rising tide helps all ships rise.
There you
And
go.
so if if we're all trying to get people outside, get people healthy, we can come to that same goal and we can affect more people with shared resources versus because mostly a one man band for what I'm doing.
Hmm.
And so in order to best use my time and talents or whatever, it's in my best interest and others that, hey, let's work together because we both have the same goal. It's not like oftentimes we're very siloed,
Yeah.
and how we are very territorial, and that's just not my personality. I just want everyone to enjoy the outdoors and see the benefits of things like their local animal shelter, bees. We do a variety of like kids camps, and we do skill clinics every month. Teaching people survival skills or doing things like growing your own food. And so I partner with these organizations to educate people so that they're empowered to live a healthy and fun life.
Beautiful. Well, Lee Wittekind, Outdoor Events and Outreach Coordinator for Bedford County Parks and Recreation. Thank you so much for coming on to Buzz for Good and talking about the August 3rd and 4th event, the Harry Robaix, Roubaix. Look it up. It's going to be a fantastic races, all benefiting the Friends of the Bedford County Animal Shelter. And then on September 14th, the Blue Ridge Bee Festival that is in partnership with the YMCA of Bedford County. Thank you so much for coming on Buzz for Good and talking to us about these.
Thank you so much for having us on.